So what a typical session looks like, I do sessions remotely. So I do them over a Zoom call. And let me start by saying every experience that you've had in your lifetime is stored like a database in your subconscious mind. So we are able to tap into that subconscious mind to start asking questions to have the subconscious mind reveal to us where there is a trapped emotion or which trapped emotion we have, and then allow it to release. The nice thing is you don't have to relive the experience or the emotion. In fact, you don't even have to know exactly what it is to release it. So the way that it works is I connect with you over Zoom. I connect to your subconscious mind through the power of my intention to do so. I then start asking your subconscious mind questions. And we use something called muscle testing, which is a form of kinesiology to communicate with your subconscious mind. So if I was doing it in person with you, I would do muscle testing on you. So you may have had the experience if you've been to a naturopath or some other type of natural healing experience where you put your arm out and they'll ask a question. And if your arm goes soft, it's a no. If it stays solid, it's a yes. So that is the very fine muscles in your body connecting to your subconscious mind and engaging or not engaging. It's a form of communication. So I'm doing the same thing when we are connected over Zoom, but I'm acting for what we call a proxy for you. So I am testing on myself on behalf of you. And the way that I do that, the form of muscle testing that I use is I use a pendulum. So you may be familiar with a pendulum that looks like this. And I go through the process of asking a series of questions, and it becomes like a detective game to narrow down what the emotion is. And there is a set chart that I use of emotions that we go through. And I start by asking which row is it in, which column is it in, and I narrow it down. And my pendulum will tell me when I'm on the right one. So, for example, we might anger. We might zone in on the fact that there's a trapped emotion of anger. We then ask the subconscious mind if we need to know anything more about it. If we don't, because it's just happy that we've acknowledged it, we're ready to release. If we do need to know more, I will ask what age it occurred at. So I will ask ages, say you're 40, I'll split your age in half and start going through, was it less than 20? Was it more than 20? And we'll zone in on the age. This can help you surface a memory often. Sometimes something will pop into your head, and it doesn't have to be a major thing. It could be a minor little thing that happened one day and you're just having an off day and it sort of got trapped. And once we've acknowledged it, we then release it. And the way that we release the energy is, again, through the power of intention. And I use a simple magnet. This is just a fridge magnet. This one happens to say trust on it because that's a very meaningful word for me. And I set the intention to release the emotion. And I run this magnet, which amplifies the intention, over the energy line that runs, it's called the governing meridian. So the governing meridian runs from the tip of your nose all the way over your head to the base of your spine. So I take the magnet and I swipe 3 times and I set the intention for that emotion to be released. I then test with my pendulum to see if it's released. Sometimes I or the client will experience sort of a feeling, or you may feel some tingling in a certain area of your body. You may feel some emotions come up, whatever it is, or you may feel absolutely nothing. The energy release is happening in the same way. So we go through this process, and it typically takes about 45 minutes. A session typically lasts about that long. And we release as many emotions as your body is ready to. And your body will tell us when it's ready to stop. So when I'll ask if there's more emotions, we'll get to a point where it'll say no. So people typically can release around 10 emotions is what I have found. And then it's too much and your body needs to process that. So that is when we end the session and we ask how long it'll take for you to process the emotions. And again, it's typically 2 or 3 days, and you may experience People experience different things. Some feel nothing. Some people might feel a bit irritable or a bit off. Other people just feel lighter and calmer and really good right away. So it's different for everyone. And I think that's the cool thing. It's very individual what happens with somebody in the experience and in the aftermath in what they experience after. So that's an overview of what the emotion code is. If you're interested in watching a session to walk through what I just explained to you, you can click on the link below and see that session. And if you're interested in booking a session, you can reach out to me, and I'm